Alrighty, good morning, CCCC. It's morning here in my home, so I'm getting ready to do some breakfast. Everybody else in the house is still asleep, so I'm going to be doing some eggs. I'm going to show you all how Chef D poaches an egg. There's many different ways you can poach an egg. Well, I'm going to show you a way that I do it and the way I teach my students in class to poach eggs, and also how to do a nice sunny side up egg as well too. Okay, alrighty. So right here. I just have a pot of water that was boiling. I'm going to cut it on down to simmer because I don't want to have no scrambled egg in my water. And in my water, I get a little fancy. I put just a little bit of, just a tablespoon of white wine, and also just a tablespoon of vinegar. And for me, I know a lot of people, a lot of chefs and cooks, really don't care for that step or just maybe skip it as well too. I enjoy doing it because and also whenever you drop your egg, it kind of helps coagulate and brings all the egg whites together and form that nice little protective shell around your poached egg. Alright, so I'm going to kind of get my water swirling. I'm going to be careful because I'm trying to do this and hold the phone with the other hand, so we'll see how this works out. Okay. Alright, so you want to get a nice swirl effect in your water. I'm going to cut the heat up just a tad bit. Get a nice swirl effect in there, kind of like create a little tornado in there. And really for this, all you're going to need is a pot of boiling water, one egg or however many eggs you might want to poach. In your poaching liquid, I just poured about 2 cups of water in here, got it to a boil and reduced it down to a nice simmer. And then I did a tablespoon of white wine. Well, white wine, yeah, I'm about to say white wine vinegar. I did a tablespoon of white wine and also vinegar as well too. But you can, if you want to, add white wine vinegar. I would stay away from red wine vinegar and apple cider vinegar because it might turn your egg to a brown color or a reddish color. But if you do try it at home and you like it and enjoy it, hey, have at it, okay? But I'm going to stick with the white wine and the vinegar over here, okay? So I've got my swirl going on, and I've got my egg cracked. I just put it in a little ramekin. So some people use a ramekin, or you can also use like a little ladle, because basically I'm going to drop this egg into the water whirlpool that I'm creating, okay? And I think I've got that swirled enough, and I'm going to drop my egg in. Boom. I'm going to cut my heat up just a little bit. And this process can take anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes. And for me, what I like to do, I like to gently kind of use my spoon and or ladle to help that egg move around just a little bit. Okay. Crank my heat up just a little bit more. And with the poached egg, you really want to have a nice runny yolk and a nice firm egg white, okay? Now some people, there are different ways you can do your poached egg as well too. Some people like their white to be a little bit more, a little bit less firmer, and their yolk really yummy. And then some people like their yolk to be a little bit more to the medium kind of side, towards the kind of like a hard poach, and a thicker, much more thicker egg white, okay? I'm gonna go for a traditional one as well today, this morning. I'm gonna have this with some nice buttered toast. Let's keep it nice and simple. But of course, this poached egg is a traditional egg component towards our Eggs Benedict. You have your English muffin, your Canadian ham, and your hollandaise sauce. Now I do a version that's called the southern version of that, and the bottom is a homemade biscuit. Of course, the next part is nice country bacon, and I do mine with a fried egg that's a little bit more on the softer side, and top it with a little bit of country sausage gravy. Now that's how I do mine. That's a little southern version of that, okay? So we have our egg that's poaching. Yeah, I'm trying to do my little brightness tint on the phone so it won't look too bright. I'm going to cut my heat off, like I said, because basically there where I need it to be. I have my little ladle right here. Okay, I'm gonna grab over my nice plate. Now, if you were doing the Eggs Benedict style, or however you may do, you would go ahead and have your bread or whatever ready. So you have your English muffin down on the plate, and have your bacon, whether you're using Canadian bacon, regular bacon, or you can use ham as well too. You know, we used to use some country ham. And also have the delicate holiday sauce already ready. But I'm just going to have this just with some plain old toast out of my toaster as I sit and do my lesson plans for my culinary students. All right. Gently drain this off, and then boom, over to my plate. And then when I cut into this, I should have a nice runny yolk. Okay. Now, whenever I worked in hotels and we had stations with the Eggs Benedict, I would do a lot of these, maybe 10 ahead, maybe 5 to 10 ahead of myself. And I would keep them in kind of like a little shallow cold water pool. Just so whenever I did get an order, I can just kind of stay ahead of myself at the Eggs Benedict station at the hotel. So if you're ever doing this and you're thinking, oh God, do I got to make them one at a time? No, you can kind of stay ahead of yourself. I wouldn't go too ahead. I would probably do maybe around 5, 8, or 10. Wouldn't go past 10 ahead of yourself. You don't want these to sit in the water too long, get soggy, and then you waste your eggs, and then you had to throw them out and had to start all over again, okay? All right, so here's our poached egg. I'm going to go in with my knife, and I should have a beautiful runny yolk on the inside. Now, to me, the yolk tastes like cheese sauce. A lot of other people say it's gross or whatever, but I enjoy a beautiful runny yolk like this, and I'm going to make 2 more for myself. This is just a demo, just kind of show you how to properly poach an egg, okay? Beautiful, delicious runny yolk, okay? In my next video, I'm going to be showing you all how I fry an egg here in my home kitchen, okay? All right, so have a great day. Enjoy you all. And if you want to, grab an egg and poach and have for breakfast this morning with your toast, whether it be wheat toast, regular bread toast, or whatever it may be, okay? Good morning.